working on a secret project today here at the shop. So what I'm doing is stripping off a little bit of dirt I had left over. It's pretty gravelly, and I just thought, well, just take the excavator and dig down to the gravel, throw it over here. But I guess the real reason I wanted to do it is I just wanted to run the excavator. I never get to run it, so I thought, what the hell, I'll go out and run it. But this really isn't the tool for the job. My original plan was just going to bring the cat home, and it is home. Take the cat over here and finish stripping this. But this is where I'm going to go down with the scraper and dig a big hole and take all this gravel out to gravel, clear down through there, down where I'm going to add onto my shop and raise that all up. And so I'm going to take this all down to gravel. I'm going to take the cat, push it up on this pile of dirt here, and then I'm going to probably take the excavator and come in and cut this side and stack it as high as I can and get as much width in here. I'd like to have at least 2 to 3 scraper widths to go down, and then all this crap dirt will go back in the bottom of the hole. And then probably what I'll have to do is I'll have to get the belly dump and bring in the final amount of gravel that I need. But I just never get to run the excavator, and I'm not that good at it. I can see that it's not that difficult if I just practiced with it. My biggest problem is getting the feel of the controls and how fast, it does certain things. And so anyway, I'm not a pro at this. Jake is really good at it, but then he's done it so much more. But anyway, but I got one more payment left on this next February, and it's mine. It's done. We're paid for. For those of you that wonder what this thing cost me, I paid, by the time it's all done, interest and everything, and my interest was pretty cheap. I think it's around 4%. So 4%. And the purchase, I think I paid $215 for it, and for $215, it had 2,400 hours on it. For the $215, they put this thumb attachment, and since I own it, I can do this all day long if I want. I can pick up a teaspoon like that. See? Oh, I could charge people money. Say, hey, you want to come run my excavator? I could just turn the rest of my farm into a play yard. See, now here I got a spot that seems to be going down quite a bit deeper here. I'm going to get over here a little farther now. I didn't feel any gravel there. Look how deep that dirt is. So I think this bucket is, 2 3/4 yard bucket. gravel in there somewhere. It's like I've hit just a really deep, short, deep spot of digging down to pit run gravel, tearing the dirt off. So, old Jpaydirt's project, secret project's coming along real nice. Been in here with the cat. You'll get to see that. Lots of cool up close video. I've pushed a lot of this gravel out this way. Time to get the scraper going and go back there by the dirt pile and dig a huge hole, get this all graveled, then put the dirt back in the hole. So I got my yard, I got this all cut down to gravel fairly good, and I took the excavator over on that side and dug all that down to gravel and piled it onto my pile here. So now I'm gonna go get the cat going, level that out, then get the excavator and dig the rest of the way up and get it as wide as I can. Gonna get the cat started, get it warmed up, and get doing some dozing over here. So I got, looks like I'm pulling 20 amps. So cat glow plugs, 24 volt ones will pull 5 amps a piece. So 5 times 6 is 30, should be pulling 30 amps. So I'm going to say I've probably got 2 glow plugs that aren't working. But the funny thing is, after you start it and it starts vibrating and rattling things, and you turn this back to heat, it will start to fire. So I think what I got is just bad connections where the boot hooks over the end of the glow plug. So let's see how well she fires off. So here's what I did with the hoe yesterday, is I cut it down to the pit run and I threw it up on top of that pile. So plan for today is to knock that pile down with the cat and then get back up on top with the hoe and pull this side up and get as much width in here as I can. And then I'll come in with the scraper and the D9 and we'll push load and we'll dig a big old trench. Take all the pit run out, go down to the other end and build it all up. And then push this crap dirt in the hole. So if that doesn't generate me enough material, I can push all this stuff in the hole. And then I can come over here where this soil pile is sitting, and I can dig another one. Now I've stripped off all the good clean soil. It's piled clear down on the other end of the shop. This stuff is the contaminated stuff that's right down close to the gravel. It's got a lot of rocks in it, so that's what I'll be pushing in the hole. And then I'll probably have to haul in some gravel to finish this end of it and fill it all up the way I want. I did what I wanted to do, which was to pull out any clay or dirt spots, mix them up good, and take that material and bring it all up here, and had a big hole here and I cut out some junk. That up there, I got a primary voltage line coming through up to Mr. TD24's place, so I didn't really dare cut any more down, so there's some dirt there, but it won't matter. I've cut down next to anywhere my shop's going to sit. I've cut that down to gravel, and so when I take the scraper and come up here and dump, I'll take the dirty stuff and dump over there, and the clean stuff over next to where the cat's sitting for the shop foundation. So like I was explaining earlier, if I can't get enough stuff up there, I will push the dirt in the hole and then dig a hole here, which should give me quite a bit more room. So how deep will I go? I will go as deep as I can go, probably 15, 16 deep. This time of year, I won't run into any water. If the water was in the canal, I'd probably go 12, 14, I'd be done. But I will go as deep as I can. You remember the video I did about the subdivision and the crappy job they did with it? So that material in the video that you thought was garbage looks like this when it comes out of the ground. Their problem is that they didn't own a motor grader, they didn't own a water truck or a roller, and so they would bring it in a dump truck and they would dump it out and then smear it off 12 inches deep with a backhoe, and it would knock the fines out. This is excellent base for a road. You can't find anything better than this because it's sand and rocks. It doesn't hold the water. There's no expandable material in there, so when it freezes it does not expand, break the asphalt. But you just got to know what you're doing. Hey, so I just got this awesome gift from Danny Toner. Danny's the one that's always hooking me up with the shop towels, which is totally awesome, Danny. I love those shop towels. They work so well. Anyway, you're a generous man. Thank you for the gift to Shane that came inside this wallet. Danny says I shouldn't have any problem filling this with cash. And I shouldn't. That's cool. I love this. I love it because the fact it was homemade and you went to all this time to put the Jpaydirt logo on there and to color all that and make it look so well. Man, that is cool, Danny. Thank you. And Merry Christmas, sir. That's just totally awesome. You have made my day. Got some goodies from some of my awesome subscribers. This is from Darren Freeze from Ohio. He says, just wanted to send a calendar and hat from where I work. I live in Shelby, Ohio, but work at Abers Towing and Crane Service in Ashland, Ohio. I appreciate the videos. and the time you spend teaching. Dan Freeze. Anyway, he wanted to know what size shirt I wear, and the boys are an extra large, Darren, and I'm a large. Sometimes a medium, but a large. Anyway, he sent me a hat. That's awesome. Thank you very much. And a calendar from Abers Towing, full of cool pictures. That's a lot of money. A lot of money there. Another lot of money. Wish I had one of those in the yard. Anyway, thank you, sir. Now this one, so my wife says, she says, Jeff, you got a package in the mailbox. I can't even lift it. Whatever that is, that's a 1-inch thick plate. So let's see if we can open that up. Okay, that must be you, Mike. Says the biggest thing he's worked on is an 854. That's an 854G. So I'm assuming that's a bulldozer then. Wow, what are you doing here? Looks like you're doing some serious welding on some kind of trunnion. Oh, coaldozer. Is that what that is? Coaldozer. Cool. Anyway, those kind of survived. Anyway, so he sent me these trunnions. I am not sure what that goes on. I'll have to check that part number and see what that fits. And then this, that weld on deal, I don't know, I'll turn that into an anvil, Mike. We'll find out. We'll figure out something to do with it. Anyway, he sent me his card, Mike Jordan Welding. Phone 817-592-9756. Anyway, thanks for the little gift to Shane. Appreciate that. I know he will too. Appreciate your letter. Anyway, he says he watches me on YouTube. You have a great sense of humor. Keep it up. A question: why no lids on air cleaners? Okay, I get this question a lot. There are no lids on those style air cleaners. There's a stud through the middle, filter goes on, and a wing nut that cranks them in. The newer ones, yeah, they put a lid on. These do not have a lid. So the air cleaner itself, the stud that goes through there pushes it in. So that's why. This stuff has been in my shop floor since 2001. Maybe you can use the greater part. Don't know what the cap fits. So not sure. That's a greater part. So is that part that you'd weld on at the trunnion road? I don't know. I do not know what that one is. He says, I think I am pretty sane, but I do like sweet iced tea. Well, no, you're not sane if you're drinking sugar water. Anyway, thanks, Mike. That's awesome. Anyway, does anybody know what this is? It's a Ford Jack 7915. Maybe my buddy over in Gillette, Dean, knows. What is that, Dean? I bet you would know. I bet you'd also know what this is, too. Anyway, thanks, man. Hey, everybody, it's Saturday evening. Want to introduce you to some of my awesome subscribers. Want to start out with Mike Anderson. He's from Kanab, Utah. Chris Albright from Salina, Kansas. Thank you, Chris. Harold Rodabaugh from Summerfield, Florida. Thank you for subscribing, Harold. Mel Evans says he's a purveyor of all tractor porn. He's from Conway Valley. That's in Wales in the UK. Jim Hitchin, he's from Cheshire in the UK. And James Quellen from Ottawa, Canada. Thanks for subscribing, guys. That's awesome. Oh, also to check out my store. The swimsuit and the equipment calendars are in there, along with the Anderson hats. Anyway, you can find all that stuff in the link below in the pinned comment at the top there at www.jpaydirt.com. Thank you for supporting me.